Scientific studies have shown that one of the most attractive features to humans is symmetry, especially in facial features. Most celebrities that are widely considered extremely attractive have nearly perfectly symmetrical faces. During intimate times such as kissing or making love, the body releases a chemical called oxytocin, which is also known as the love drug. The chemical helps people to feel closeness with each other and aids in bonding. Charles Darwin stated that there is universal drive to become as beautiful and attractive as possible. He said that animals will strive to be attractive even when experiencing wonderfully great suffering. Studies show that many high-paying and high-level positions are held by attractive people. Hiring managers often have a preference for the more attractive employee when giving promotions to their employees. Research shows that the more attractive politician often receives a greater amount of media coverage than their less attractive counterpart does. Research shows that the media greatly influences a person's self-esteem when it comes to their own bodies and appearances. When shown people with ideal body types of the same gender, people often report lower satisfaction with their own self-image. Physical attraction is linked to good genes. The more attractive a person is, the better their genes are perceived to be. The reasoning is deeply rooted in our biology. Males often prefer the most attractive female as it signals good health and fertility. However, since the task of reproduction falls almost entirely on the female, women generally are pickier when it comes to choosing a mate. Females often prefer a mate with the most attractive features as it signals that he will provide the best genes to their offspring. Interestingly, scientists have not found a direct correlation between physical attractiveness and the quality of genes. The theory as to why a woman desires an attractive mate is rooted in the belief that an attractive mate will yield an attractive son that will then be able to better find a mate to pass on the mother's genes to his children. This theory is called the sexy son theory. Yeah, you read that right. Studies show that people are more likely to be attracted to people resembling their parents, especially when it comes to age. The older their parents were at the time of their birth, the more likely they find older faces to be attractive. Limb-ball rings, or the dark outlines around a person's iris, are a feature that often goes unnoticed but are subconsciously perceived to be attractive. Limb-ball rings fade with age, therefore the darker the rings the more youthful the person. Since youth is associated with health and vigor, limb-ball rings are a sign that a person is a better mate. The more attractive someone finds a sexual partner, the more likely they will be to be okay with foregoing contraceptives or taking precautionary steps to have safe sex. Yikes! Our hormones greatly influence whom we are attracted to, and so anything that alters the body's hormones can change someone's attraction. Since birth control pills and injections literally changes a woman's hormones, it can also change whom the woman finds to be attractive. Remember back in middle school when AXE body spray claimed it contained pheromones that would make women attracted to you? Well, as it turns out, fresh male sweat contains a chemical called androstenol, a type of pheromone that truly attracts women to men. Just in case you were wondering, pheromones are chemicals that a person unconsciously emits that can cause a change in behavior in other people around them. Turns out, AXE body spray actually does contain pheromones. Good to know. Studies show that the scent of tears can cause a decrease in sexual arousal in men. Studies have shown that the color red is the most attractive color for both men and women. The color red is often unconsciously associated higher status. Since people often want to choose a higher status mate, a person wearing the color red can artificially give the impression of superior status, and thus appear more attractive to potential mates. Research suggests that people are often attracted to other people that resemble themselves, be it similar facial features, hair color, fashion style, etc. This is due to the unconscious belief that the more the other person resemble ourselves, the more trustworthy we find that person. What about my evil twin though? Studies have shown that women are perceived by men to be more attractive when they smile. Conversely, men who smile less often are perceived by women to be more attractive than men who smile more often. Women often speak in higher-pitched tones when speaking with a person they find to be attractive. According to an MIT study, emotional words and phrases such as "I love you" have a significantly stronger response when whispered into the left ear as opposed to the right. Online polls have shown that when looking for potential dates, men are often most concerned about the weight of woman while women are most concerned about the height of a man. The poll revealed that women 20 pounds overweight and men that were over an inch under the average experienced a difficult time finding dates. Studies have shown that both heterosexual men and women prefer particular body types of the opposite gender. Women often prefer men with a hunter's physique, broad shoulders, a wide chest and a narrow waist, while men often prefer women with an hourglass figure, large breasts, narrow waist, wide hips and a large bottom, which they subconsciously perceive to correlate with an increased reproductive ability. Humans are the only mammals that have permanently swollen breasts outside of lactation. Why, you ask? One of the reasons is that breasts are sexually appealing, obviously, but the reason they are appealing is not so apparent. Swollen breasts subconsciously indicate to males the female's ability to produce an ample milk supply for potential offspring. Wanting the best nutrition for their eventual children, males are often more attracted to females with larger breasts. However, studies have shown no correlation between breast sizes and the quantity or quality of milk that they may produce. Scientists have concluded that the purpose human females' permanently swollen breasts are for sexual attraction. According to evolutionary biologists, being an average-looking person may actually be beneficial. The reason is that average-looking people often have a much more diverse set of genes, and therefore have better reproductive health. Studies show that chill-inducing music can arouse a person more than the touch of their partner. The reason being that music that causes the listener to have chills releases small amounts of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter that is released during times of happiness and fulfillment, i.e. while eating or having sex. The amount of dopamine released while listening to chill-inducing music has been measured at higher concentrations than when being touched by a partner. Studies have shown women perceive bearded men as more attractive, more responsible, and potentially better parents. Time to throw away those razors. Research suggests that beauty standards and attractive qualities are often regional and dependent on cultural norms. However, some beauty standards are cross-cultural and international. Generally, Beauty standards shift over time and change as cultures mix across geographic boundaries.